above Disney Way. Now you're walking along the pedestrian pathway. You're now headed eastbound in the pedestrian pathway through the Edison right-of-way on Disney Way.
There's no strollers.
So then you now turn north towards the garage, and the idea in this space between the garage and the adjoining properties is to create an open space where it's comfortable pedestrian environment for folks to walk up alongside the garage and not necessarily feel like they're right next to a parking garage with everything that goes with that. You're now just passing the escalators on your right, and you're coming up to the security screening area. Through the security screening area, and now you begin your cross of Harbor Boulevard. This is another walkthrough / fly-through. This is your point of view if you're arriving on a shuttle bus or a POV that was dropped you off there. This would be your experience walking through the transportation plaza. And the idea here was to create a nice open space with ample security screening checkpoints so we can move folks through in a rapid fashion. Now you're moving up over the bridge. You're just starting your climb going towards Harbor Boulevard. And the idea is to create a very gentle slope here so that folks with strollers, wheelchairs, all the things that go with guests, it's comfortable for them. So now you're crossing Harbor Boulevard, or you're about to stop there. So now that's at the point where you've stopped just short of the bridge crossing Harbor Boulevard. Now we have here an elevation of the bridge on Harbor Boulevard looking north in the top one, and then a cross on the bottom. The bridge is very similar, if not nearly identical, to the current bridge crossing Disneyland Drive. The pillars and columns are all very similar. There is some detailing added on the sides of the bridge here and landscaping to make it more attractive to the eye and a little more appealing. Next is a view crossing the bridge. This is on the Harbor Bridge, walking east. You're walking back towards your car, and you're looking south down Harbor Boulevard. This is the guest experience from the bridge. Same starting point, walking east, but looking the opposite direction, looking north on Harbor Boulevard. Now the next set of movies are views from the pedestrian level under the bridge. Next slide. Harbor Boulevard walking north. So this is from a pedestrian point of view walking northbound on Harbor as you approach the bridge. This walkthrough is intended to give a sense of the scale as you walk towards the bridge and how it feels. Okay, so that was the last movie, and that completes the overview of the project. So now I'd like to take a moment, if I could, and talk about the process we've been engaged in for the last month and the current issues that we're working through and where we're going from there. So Just to recap the timeline, our last full complete submittal to the City of Anaheim was on November 14th, roughly a month ago from today. We hosted a town hall on November 29th at the Grand California Hotel, where we invited all the neighbors within the 300-foot zone of the edge of the property, from the edge of the project site, to a town hall with our entire design team of 20, 30 plus people to hear their concerns about the project, review the project with them, provide more detail, and understand where everyone's concerns were. That town hall was very productive, was very well attended, and we were really pleased with the outcome. There are 4 concerns that bubble to the surface. They bubble to the surface in a number of different ways, but they really fall into 4 big categories. The first concern, and the largest one, is the concept of pedestrian circulation. As we look at this map here, it becomes, you look at this, these businesses here and these businesses to the north of the project express the concern that there is no convenient or easy way for guests of their business to get from point A to point B, here to there, so that their guests can utilize the bridge. And then there was a secondary concern underneath that of this concept of pedestrian starvation. So if pedestrian traffic is funneled off of Harbor Boulevard at this point here, what happens to the retail and restaurant business here is that depend on that incidental footfall for their business. The second concern, which sort of falls a bit underneath the pedestrian circulation, was wayfinding. The third was the notion of adding additional guest screening here and the safety and security surrounding that. And the fourth concern was about visibility regarding the bridge abutments. So I want to kind of talk about those one at each time and what we're doing about them.